Okay.
What's going on? What you doing? I don't know. Make some lunch.
There's about a 1:43 until tip-off, so. Okay.
Oh, Butler.
Oh, welcome back to St. Mary's. Colgan gets set for tip-off here of the second game of the night. Lady Indians with a great 2-point victory in overtime against St. Mary's Colgan. A great ball game, back and forth ball game. In overtime, the Indians finally come out victorious by 2, 38-36, as we get set for starting lineups for each team. And the boys action here tonight, set to get underway. Look for another good game here in the boys action, as we are set to go over starting lineups for each team. And we will be underway here just shortly. St. Paul plays in the Southeast Mid-Season Tournament next week. Girls play Monday night, so look for girls action all week long next week. Girls and boys action in the Southeast Tournament next week. As soon as I pull up the game times here. First game, Jayhawk Lynn versus St. Paul Varsity. Girls at 5:30 on Monday. Then Thursday, boys play Baxter Springs at 5:30. The girls play at 7. And then the boys play again Friday night. As we're going to take a short break here. Welcome back here as we get set for the starting lineup for each team. And I'm going to finish up by St. Paul will play Southeast 8:30 Friday night. Then after that, Saturday game will be seeded on the top seeds in each pool. And then the 2 seeds and the 3 seeds will each play each other. Andrew Longshek is the first starter, 6'2" senior for St. Mary's Colgan. For the Indians, Caleb Lemons gets the start. For St. Mary's Colgan, Jonathan Godin, a 6'4" senior, gets the start for St. Mary's Colgan. Hayden Smith is the second starter for the Indians. For the Indians, Easton Dent gets the start, to senior, as well as Blaze Dawson for St. Mary's Colgan. For the Indians, Chandler Bradshaw gets the start for the Indians, and number 30, Scott Russell. And also number 23, Jalen Van Beesler gets the start. 6-foot sophomore for St. Mary's Colgan.
See what's going to go on here, Dan. If the boys can come in here and do the same thing that the ladies did, then it'll be a pretty good night for St. Paul. We'll see if there's any difference in the offensive styles. Now, I talked to some of the fans here before the game and looked for the boys, the Panther boys, to run a similar type offense, but I don't believe we're going to see that man defense. And you see a lot of ball motion in their offense, passing the ball a lot and moving it around, kind of a ball control type of offense from what I've been told.
St. Mary's Colgan boys with a little height advantage on the Indian boys. Hayden Smith tipped the ball off against Russell, the 6'2" senior for St. Mary's Colgan. Tip is up, and it is on its way, controlled by St. Mary's Colgan. It'll be controlled by Dawson for Colgan. Off to Andrew Longshak, saved back inbounds off to Van Beesler. Back up top to Longshak. He handles it at the left wing position. He looks inside, kicks it back out top to Van Beesler. Van Beesler hands it off to Russell. Russell at right wing, back up top to Longshak. Very patient offense for St. Mary's Colgan. Indians in a man-to-man defense against St. Mary's Colgan. Van Beesler with the ball, swings it around to Longshak. Longshot finally feeds it inside, shot up, no good, but foul. Blaze Dawson, the 6'3 junior, hard to the rim, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Bradshaw.
First foul is on Chandler Bradshaw. First team foul on the Indians. First shot by Russell right up or Dawson right up and through there for the Panthers. Gives them the 1-0 lead. Dawson settles in for a second. It's on its way. In and out, no good. Rebound, Easton Dent. Dent feeds it ahead to Bradshaw. Bradshaw double team, feeds it back to Dent. Dent over to Albertini at right wing. Man-to-man defense applied by St. Mary's Colgan. Lomchak on Albertini. Look for a little speed advantage with Adam there. Chandler Bradshaw into lane, kicks it out to Lemons. Lemons into the lane, kicks it to Albertini. He has to sky for it. 15-foot jump shot off, no good. Hayden Smith steps on the out-of-bounds line, so it's out on the Indians, and it goes back to St. Mary's Colgan. Inbound to the Lomchak. Double team, feeds it back up to Russell. A little full-court pressure applied by the Indians. A little zone full-court man pressure. Back to Lomchak. Lomchak feeds it to Dawson, now to Van Beesler. Now feed inside. Hayden Smith down on him. That feed was into Godey. And that's going to be a foul on who? Is that going to be on Bradshaw as second, or is it going to be on Lemons? We'll see which is on. It is on Chandler Bradshaw. He won the first 2 early fouls on